Well, good evening, guys. Y'all have had a bit of a day tracking some storms. Watched some of the coverage earlier. Real good job there with the stuff that went through Northwest Arkansas. We thought that today might just be not a whole lot. And fortunately, so far, that's what it's turned out to be. Um, had that couple of severe thunderstorm warnings earlier down in Northwest and Southwest Arkansas. Any severe weather reports from the stuff we had earlier?
I haven't
We
seen
had
a
some
whole
power
lot.
outages.
Okay, I'd say I hadn't seen a whole lot. We had some power outages this morning. Somebody reported a funnel cloud in Hope earlier. I know that's in Southwest Arkansas. I didn't see a photo of it, but it seemed like these storms that we've had have tried. I think there's just a little bit too much dry air aloft, and these storms just aren't able to get going, which is a great thing. I'm not complaining. So.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what we wanted to do, we're not live to cover any specific storm or any specific spot right now. We just wanted to give you an update on how we see it and maybe what to expect as we go through tomorrow. So it's a very low severe weather risk today. I compared it to the East End day from a couple of years ago where we had just
Yeah.
one tornado in the state. I think that's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah.
This is not even living up to that. But there's probably another couple hours here where we just need to be weather aware before I think the threat is just really low. Normally in the winter, if things don't get going in peak heating and you're struggling with instability, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. A couple hours ago, I made a post on Facebook and said that this was our window. This next 4 to 5 hours, we're either going to do it or we're not, and we haven't really had any problems. So. Good problem to have for us rather than having 3 or 4 supercells on the board with tornado warnings. So I'm definitely happy with the outcome thus far. Hopefully we can stay the course here the next couple of hours.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And as I look around the state at the rain that we've had, the stuff that was in the Texarkana area earlier that looked pretty good, it's just kind of fizzled as it's approached central Arkansas. So.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Stuff's just struggling to build. Lack of instability. There's a lot of the wind fields look good, but it's not going to be some big severe weather outbreak today. So we do have some activity that's developing out in western Arkansas, and I think this stuff is going to be around for a while. Zach, I find it, and Blaze, I find it hard to think there's just going to be a lot of lightning with this stuff tonight. It's probably pretty low topped. But certainly some thunderstorms are possible as we go towards 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock with this activity.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that we could have some sporadic activity through the evening tonight. We'll probably have a break eventually before we get into Friday. And we'll discuss Friday more in just a moment, guys. We do have chances again tomorrow. But yeah, I think low top activity, not a whole lot of lightning to deal with. Most people probably observe nothing tonight, which is kind of what we've maintained in our messaging all day, that most of you won't get a whole lot of anything. So, Blaze, what do you think about tonight and into tomorrow, buddy?
Well, I know we need rain. I know we need the rain. But,
yes, we do.
We'll be watching because, as we get closer to the evening hours, that low-level jet will start to kick in a little bit more. And, I do think there could be, and we're already starting to see a little bit of development. We got a cold front moving through. So, like we were saying, we're watching for the rest of this evening. But as of right now, there's nothing really that catches our eye right now, guys. And that's good news.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to run you through some of the data, and this is the 3-kilometer model that we have, and it's showing things getting pretty robust here in the next couple of hours. I think I struggle to buy that just because of how the radar has looked so far.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, we do have some development right now in western Arkansas, so as you take this out through 8, 9, 10 o'clock, there could be a few thunderstorms. And you might hear rumble of thunder. You might hear rain outside. Again, it's spotty, so it's not everybody getting rain and storms. But over the next 4 hours, this line is going to advance towards the east. I don't expect that there's going to be much severe weather, but it is something we're going to watch for through the evening. I think by 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, guys, it's just going to be a big break. And then our focus will really shift towards tomorrow.
Yeah, I get a break tonight. Have another round of activity tomorrow. If you're watching this live update and you live in Bentonville or Fayetteville or Fort Smith or Little Rock or Clinton or Jonesboro, the odds of you having any issues tomorrow are pretty low. I think the concern tomorrow is going to be in southeast Arkansas, south and east of Little Rock, as you can see in the yellow shading there.
It's about a 5-county area. And even then, Zach, you were looking at some of the latest instability data for tomorrow. I just don't know that there's going to be a lot of instability there.
No.
So that may limit the threat, and part of the reason why is just because you get rain early, and if you have storms along I-20 in the morning, I mean, it's usually over. Curtains for severe weather threat in Arkansas.
Yeah. But as always, we'll be here watching it and keeping an eye on things for you guys with the Arkansas Weather Network. Again, I'm just looking at radar right now. He's showing the future cast and everything, but what we're seeing on radar is just there's just not much happening, guys, which is great news. That's great. So.
Yeah, there's right now. And then tomorrow, the radar is going to be a little bit more active.
Yeah.
So I'll run you through it again. There's the chance for scattered thunderstorms. Whoa, I'm just rolling through it here. There's the chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight. And I think this is quick moving. I don't think there's a ton of severe weather with that since we haven't seen a lot already. But as we get into tomorrow, there's that slight or low risk for severe weather in southeast Arkansas. I think the rain begins by late morning. I do think at some point tomorrow, we do see rain get up into the Little Rock area. Tomorrow is really a I-30, I-57 east type of day. So there's a lot of spots in western and northwest Arkansas that did not get very much rain today.
Right.
Tomorrow, I don't think you add very much to those totals.
Some of the rain, too, in southeast Arkansas tomorrow, south central Arkansas, could be heavy. So we've really seen that in the rain totals, really highlighting that part of the state tomorrow, so Friday, for some heavier rainfall potential, much needed. The entire state needs it, but we'll just take what we can get, I guess, for the time being.
So look at this model for tomorrow. It's showing, and what I've done, Zach, is I actually took the HRRR model to look at the first 18 hours of this run, and I've then switched it over to our 3-kilometer model to show what could happen tomorrow, because I think it had a pretty good handle yesterday on what was happening today. I think it was spot on. There's a lot of robust thunderstorms that'll be ongoing across Louisiana, Mississippi. That's where the severe weather threat will be tomorrow. By 6:30 tomorrow, it's probably just a steady rain south and east of Little Rock, and it takes it a little while to get out of the state. So rain may continue into the evening east of I-30 and east of I-57. Eventually, and Zach, there's the potential for some heavier rain you were talking about, storms moving over the same area. Wouldn't surprise me to see 1 to 2 inches of a few of those spots tomorrow. But that's the exception, not the rule. I think a lot of us have much, much less than that. And then it gets out of here late Friday night.
Most people probably just observe rain and thunder tomorrow in Arkansas. Can't rule out some potential in southeast Arkansas, but most of you probably have no issues whatsoever, just like today.
Yeah. Rainfall totals, this is the blend of models. So, you're getting an average of a bunch of models. We're looking at 0.2 of an inch in the Little Rock area, maybe a 1/4 inch. Those higher amounts are going to be across eastern and southeast Arkansas. That's where we could see a few spots closer to an inch. And, there could be a few spots that get even more than that. Boys, it was windy today.
It was.
It was.
Very
Blaze,
windy.
I don't know if you looked at power outages. Did you happen to check the numbers? Are there any?
Yeah, I think our leading number was I think it was up towards Benton County.
It was Benton County.
And it had about 55 out. So that was earlier today when the storms were moving through.
Yeah, we had
not a huge number. The last couple high wind events, I feel like we've had several thousand lose power. So that's a good development. So not as windy tomorrow. There's no severe weather alerts in the state if you're just joining us as Thursday as of 6:36 p.m. Not even a watch. No watches are expected. A random severe thunderstorm or tornado warning can't be ruled out. But again, this is a very low type of severe weather risk. We'll probably start the day warm tomorrow, but with rain moving in, I say start the day warm, guys. A little misleading. At midnight, we'll start the day warm. By 6 to 9 a.m., that colder air is already filtered into northwest Arkansas.
Yeah,
man, that's real misleading.
Different world, so especially
those
in the
were highs
weekend.
at midnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
That graphic I just showed for highs tomorrow, those were highs at midnight. By 9 a.m., we're probably in the 50s in central Arkansas, maybe getting up to 60 in a few spots. But I think for the most part, that colder air comes ripping in pretty quick there. And it'll be a much cooler weekend. We'll finally get, feel a little bit more like winter.
Yeah, Saturday too. I know the high temperatures that afternoon are in the 40s and spots in the 50s, but On Saturday, we'll probably have some pretty strong wind gusts. That north wind will be cold. It will feel much different than it has the last couple of days. Guys, if you're watching this, please make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions about tonight and tomorrow, and we'll touch on those questions when we're done with our loops here.
Yeah. And, as people ask questions, you see our logos there in the top right corner. We really want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Zach, I got to go see Splash today, and
yeah, I saw him a couple times.
Even with the chance of rain, the interior cleaning, you can't go wrong. They do it way faster than I could do it. I mean, 10 minutes, and my car is beautiful on the inside. It would take me 45 minutes to do as good a job as they do. So, very happy that they are our partner, and that's who I'll shout out today.
Splash has saw me a bunch this week trying to make the rain chances better over here in western Arkansas. It just didn't really work, unfortunately. We got a little bit at the house, so it's better than nothing.
No, it worked for maybe southeast Arkansas.
Yeah.
So as we're waiting for Emily said she's joining late. Storm chances over for Stone County. Not over. Going through the next few hours, we could see a few more scattered thunderstorms. And Blaze, I'll let you can drive the Futurecast loop there, but I think for the most part, it's just as low a severe weather risk as you can get without it being zero.
Yeah.
And it's really times like this where it's very important to have a weather app like the Arkansas Weather Network app, because, let's face it, guys, most people can't just pay attention to the weather 24/7 like we do.
Yeah.
Right.
You've got to set up a way for you to have something that will alert you. So that's what our app is going to do.
Jennifer is asking about Logan County storm chances tomorrow. Jennifer, I think the biggest focus for storms tomorrow is going to be in southeast, maybe parts of central and east central Arkansas rather than western Arkansas. So probably miss most of it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Looking at we do need the rain. Just looking at radar again, guys, we're starting to see a little bit more. Now, this is just shower activity, but developing in Newton County. So just keeping a close eye on that. And then, so we're seeing some more development on radar. Just heavy rain right now. No concern with any of this, but it is something we got to know. And that's why we're here. We're going to keep watching things very closely.
Walking on that out there. And you're talking about stuff up there.
A
Yeah.
little bit of development here and there. So we'll see what that evolves into. For now, not a whole lot of anything, which is good. So.
Yeah, this has been very tame so far. The storms that came through Texarkana, a couple of them started to develop a wall cloud, and you thought, all right, maybe these can hold together, but really, they've struggled, and we hope that continues through the evening. So we've had up to 400 people watching just this little thing, us talking about really,
awesome.
A very low severe weather risk. If you haven't already done so, you can follow Zachary Hall, Arkansas Storm Tracker, meteorologist Blaze Thomas, meteorologist James Bryant. We are all separate, but one and the same. You can follow us on wherever you get your weather information, but we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, and make sure you download that Arkansas Weather Network app. We put a lot of work into it, and we'll continue to put a lot of work into it to make it just perfect for to be your Arkansas weather source, and also follow you out of state if you need out of state weather alerts.
We have a couple of
the app will
go
work.
ahead, Blaze.
Go ahead. Well, the app will work anywhere, even across the United States.
Yeah, we've had a couple of questions, just basic stuff. Race said, "Has there been any touchdowns in Arkansas today?" And I do not believe so. As far as I know, I have not seen any reports of tornadoes. Mickey Hensley said, "Is that storm going to get to Pine Bluff?" And I think she's talking about what we have developing maybe in central Arkansas. It looks like that's going to move east-northeast of you, Mickey, unless we have new development over the next few hours. So, I think that catches us up on some of the most pressing questions that I saw on the chat.
Light Switch said, studied all summer and found a pattern with above-average tornadoes followed by ice storms.
Oh.
And you know what? I just,
Might be right.
off the top of my head, 1999 was followed by 2000. Now that was a year later. And then 2008 was followed by 2009.
No, I do not need you guys to manifest this right now.
I haven't done the math like maybe he has, but just off the top of my head,
Oh my gosh.
might
Yeah,
be
no
something there.
thanks. Jared says, what is the weather going to be like in Jonesboro tomorrow? Well, some of that rain and thunderstorm activity might reach Jonesboro tomorrow. I just think the severe weather risk, Jared, is going to be very low in Jonesboro tomorrow compared to what it might be in southeast Arkansas. And even then, I think it's low. So,
Man, I'm really good at flying through graphics too quickly.
yeah,
You see
so can
Jonesboro
it
on that
there.
map.
Late tonight. and
It
in the
doesn't
morning.
get much tonight. And then tomorrow it kind of misses out on the bulk of the rain.
Oh, wow. Okay. So might clip you a little bit, but the bulk of it's south of you in Jonesboro. Much like many of us, it's going to be south of us tomorrow. The bulk of the rainfall will be.
Gizzy asked, do we worry about tornadoes for Truman? I just think it's as low a risk as it gets without being zero. And that's pretty much for everywhere. Not a 0% risk tonight, yeah.
Today, the forecast today, I kept stressing to people, it was so hard today because the entire state has a risk, every county, but it's a low risk, but it's not zero. So you can have a warning, a tornado warning, but the odds of it happening are very low. It's just like the worst forecast to try to translate to the general public because you don't want to alarm people, but you don't want people to be caught off guard either. That's kind of where we're at on this, guys.
Yeah, it's just make sure you have an app that's going to alert you if it happens, but for the most part, we're not expecting anything to happen. For the most part, that's just as bluntly as we can put it. Watson, Dumas area tonight and tomorrow. The best chance for rain for southeast Arkansas, Dumas area definitely tomorrow. I think the severe weather threat's really limited tomorrow. We'll watch it, Deshae County down there, but probably limited because of storms to the south.
James Caitlin's got a question. Why is the wind picking up real good in northeastern Arkansas? It's been a windy day today, guys. Yeah.
Strong storm system coming through.
Yeah.
For sure. So, and it's been a 2025. The start of 2025, we had a lot of really windy days, like abnormally windy. I don't think this has risen to that level yet, but
no.
We've gone on for about 15 minutes, guys, and I think we pretty well covered it. And Jenny says, I just want to go to bed. And here's what I tell everybody for the most part. Never stay up to watch the weather because that's our job. But make sure you just have a way to get a warning if one is issued, because I know, tornado season stresses people out, but, for the most part, the chance of a tornado hitting any one location is always low.
Especially
there's certain days where it's a little bit higher, but tonight it is very low. It's just not totally zero.
Before we cut off here, Jennifer just joined and she said, is there still a severe weather threat for central Arkansas tonight? Blaze, do you want to address that?
Yeah, there is, but it is a very low risk because we're not expecting much. We're seeing a few isolated thunderstorms developing right now on radar, but like we've said, there's a lot of ingredients that's missing tonight, and so the threat is just very low, but it's why you need the Arkansas Weather Network app, so it will inform you, and we will be watching radar. We've got our eyes glued. We've been watching it all day.
And
we'll continue. Yeah.
And we've been here all day.
We have.
Yeah, it's a low but not zero risk tonight. Do not stay up all night worried about it. Right. We got it, and we'll let you know if something's coming. So is that down there, Bryant? It's a little development there.
It's about to rain heavily, but that's about all it's going to do.
Yep.
So it's just it's just not a. Thankfully, it's just not a time where all the severe weather ingredients have come together. There's no rotation in that. Just a nice little heavy shower. There's no lightning in it. I've got lightning data turned on. We're not seeing any lightning across the state right now.
Summer, it doesn't matter what page you watch us from, me, James, the Arkansas Weather Network, as long as you're watching, we don't care. I promise.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Me, Blaze, James, the YouTube, the Facebook, as long as you're here, we're happy. Thank you.
And when you comment, it goes in a group thread. So we see every comment from whatever page you're on, which is really cool.
It's the ultimate group effort when it comes to weather. We're all combining into one thing and making it, we feel like, trying to make it as great as possible. So we appreciate you guys. And Trent, I really appreciate you, brother. I see your comment.
North of Memphis, we got a viewer from just across state line. Same deal with Arkansas. Not a 0% chance, but very, very, very low.
Yeah.
So,
well,
if you just joined in the last 5 minutes, as soon as we end the stream, you'll be able to rewatch the stream on whatever platform you're watching on. So, we kind of go over the information for tonight and tomorrow. We'll be watching this development that's happening over Western Arkansas. Blaze has specifically been tasked with overnight shifts. But
yeah.
if Zach and I need to get out of bed and cover tornado warnings, we'll do it. We will definitely do it. But Zach and I have kids that don't sleep past 7.
What we're really saying is send all the coffee and Red Bull to Blaze's address. We'll put it in the comments. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all have a good night. James, you ready to sign us off here?
Yeah, I did. I will just add that I'm watching the storm that's coming through Bryant. It's not even a storm.
Yeah, it's just a rain shower.
It's just a heavy shower. It looks ominous. It looks ominous if you just looked at that radar image right there.
Yeah.
The good news is that it's not. It's we'll show a little velocity here. There's just nothing to it. And man, how about these tools? Stuff is awesome.
Love it.
Very clear. The shear marker is actually just showing some higher wind gusts. So there's nothing to worry about. Just we'll continue to watch it though. That's what we do, and we appreciate everybody that has been watching. Zach, we're still holding strong on especially your Facebook page. So we appreciate everybody that's watched. That is it for now from the Arkansas Weather Network. If we need, we'll break in again later on this evening.
See you guys. Have a good night.
See you, everybody.